Hey, I'm Dan Diggler. I think this is day 4 of I Ain't No April Fool. Thanks for joining me. Yesterday we were talking about goals, kind of how to write them, how to define them, and kind of tease that, was going to talk about prioritization. So today, that's what I want to talk about. I know these last few days and kind of the next few are going to be more into like your daily tasks and kind of how you get done, but like it really matters to marketing, and I'll show you in just a second. So, when we talk about prioritization, I like to use this thing. It's called a time matrix, time management matrix, or a prioritization chart, whatever you want to call it. But basically, it's 2 by 2, and down the side, you've got not important, important, and you've got urgent and not urgent. And really the goal is to try and spend as much of our time as we can up here in this one quadrant. Important and not urgent. These are things where you work on, and they're larger projects. You can grow. You have time to think about them, and they really help you get toward your goal. An area that, if we end up spending our time in this quadrant over here, important and urgent. These are things like crises, where things are falling apart. So let's say in marketing, it's you have negative reviews, or negative press on social media, or you've had a customer complaint or something. A lot of that would fall under crises in this quadrant. And there are things that take you away from working on your bigger projects, on growth and making bigger things happen. And so if you're spending most of your time here in this quadrant, especially in marketing, it really points to maybe some of your processes aren't where they should be. And there might be some improvement, whether it be your product, your service, or how you work. So next we come down here, and we'll call this Quadrant 2. Down here we have Quadrant 3, and this is not important and urgent. And these are really things that, we use the word urgent here, but it's really like distractions. You've gotten maybe 4 replies in your inbox, or your inbox tab is open and you see that you're getting a ton of emails, or Facebook's up and you've gotten 5 notifications, so you got to go check. Those are things that feel like they're urgent. And they're not really important, especially if you're like a marketing director or a business owner. Maybe those things really aren't all that important. So they're really distractions we should really avoid, everything here in this quadrant. Lastly, we have Quadrant 4. And Quadrant 4 over here is not important and not urgent. These are things like, oh man, my favorite YouTuber put out a new video and I'm just, surfing through my YouTube playlists, or, man, I really need to reorganize my file cabinet. I don't know anybody who has those, but it's really not urgent. It's really not important helping you to your goals. And so this is a quadrant where you can delegate. So let's talk about like what's going on. So Quadrant 4 is delegation. Quadrant 3 is really like focus and self willpower. If you're spending a lot of time in Quadrant 3, it's really that it's self control that's keeping you from avoiding those things. It's distractions. Like I said, Quadrant 2 is potentially stuff that points toward process. Quadrant 1 is where you want to spend most of your time. So if you want to know how to get to delegation, how to use this specific to your tasks, I've got a great exercise that you can do that has to do with listing out all of your tasks. And if you want to know more about that, click the link down in the description to head you over to the companion blog post that goes with this video, and I'll show you a cool little exercise that'll help you understand where your tasks fall and then what to do with them after you've got them there. All right. So thanks for joining me. I'm Dan Diggler, and I'll see you tomorrow with the I Ain't No April Fool 30-Day Marketing Challenge.